I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. The battle lines are being drawn in Orange County over the future of the Vallley View Center for Nursing Care and Rehabilitation in the town of Goshen, a facility the county executive says the county and its taxpayers can no longer afford. Ed Diana spelled out his plan to defund the facility during the release of his 2012 county budget proposal, the total $711 million. Diana says a rising costs that have outpaced Medicaid reimbursement rates made the defunding of Vallley View Nursing Home a painful but necessary decision.
I had an aunt that died there. I had a brother that was there for 6 months. I certainly don't want to do this that I am going to be forced to do in a second. But it's something that we simply cannot afford any longer. This has been the most difficult decision for me to make as a county executive and as a person. I simply have no other alternative.
Diana's plan would force the county legislature to either find a private buyer for the county-owned nursing home or shut it down as of July 1st of next year.
To my colleagues in the legislature, I understand the emotion and the passions that will come with this budget proposal. I implore you to review this important issue thoughtfully, putting personal and political interest aside. It's way overdue.
But closing the 360-bed Vallley View facility and jeopardizing the jobs of about 425 employees figures to be a tough sell among members of the legislature.
And I don't share his priority of closing Vallley View. I think we should work diligently together in a cooperative way, as cooperative as possible, in order to save the facility. He gave us a timeline of about 6 months, June. That gives us at least some time to make some immediate reforms in order to save money and to hopefully work towards saving the institution, even if it's in a transformed way.
What are they to do? Where is your moral obligation to these people? Being there, I know how you get treated. Your family. You're not a resident, you're family. I get more attention from the workers there than I could ever imagine. Please, please consider the people, not the bottom line, not the budget, not using the money for something else. Consider the people who are there.
Meantime, Vallley View staffers were expected to show up in force today at a pair of public hearings that deal with a study that recommended the county either radically cut costs at the nursing home or sell the facility to a private concern. Supporters of Vallley View say they'll do what they can to keep the nursing home afloat or out of private hands. You will soon have to dig deeper into your wallet to pay for a trip across the Bear Mountain Bridge. Beginning January 1st, the cost of crossing the Hudson River span will jump from $1 to $1.25 for Easy Pass users and from $1 to $1.50 for those who pay cash. Bear Mountain Bridge toll increase is part of the overall Port Authority plan to raise revenue by raising Hudson River bridge tolls. If you're worried about making ends meet, you are not alone. A Marist poll released this week shows that 75% of Americans are concerned about their ability to pay bills. With the recent storms, the political infighting in Washington, and Wall Street uncertainties all playing into that equation. And according to a Siena research poll, people are especially jittery here in the Mid-Hudson Valley, with consumer confidence dropping 14% compared to the last survey. Analysts say the decline in buying homes, furniture, and other big-ticket items is slowing efforts to revive the economy. And it's a 9/11 memorial that's definitely out of the ordinary. The Art Alliance of Wurtsboro Gallery is currently home to a creation put together by toothpick artist Nelson Pantoja. He is constructing an 8-foot-tall weeping willow made entirely out of toothpicks. Now he's adding the names of all the more than 2,900 victims on individual leaves that he is adding to the tree. For Nelson, creating art out of toothpicks is a hobby, and he began this labor of love back in February.
I always wanted to do something, and I didn't know how to do it, but I wanted to show the names, and I did a small weeping willow for when we had an opening here about trees, and I have this thing about trees, and I figured, you know, a weeping willow is very symbolic of that, so I figured, let me add 2,983 leaves and do something that everybody can see and come visit, and I've been working on that for quite a few months now, and I just had to do something for it.
To build his memorial tribute to the victims of 9/11, Nelson used more than 12,000 toothpicks, each cement glued one at a time. It will be formally unveiled at his show opening at the Arts Alliance on Sullivan Street in Wurtsboro on Saturday, October 22nd from noon to 6 p.m. Some good news. The words rain or showers will not be appearing in the local forecast for the next several days. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny, with temperatures reaching the 65 to 70 degree range. Thursday will be another sunny day with the highs in the mid-60s. Keep clicking back here at Record Online for the latest news, and for a roundup of all the day's important events, pick up a copy of tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.